Hey there, this is Granison. Um, Granison Shines here in Arizona. Video number 2. The song you hear in the background is called "Friends Never Die." It's a pretty cool song. It's by Flume. Um, so anyway, my study on power, video number 2. What I'm going to talk about today is the power of you. Okay, well, not the power of you, but what's within you, and what do you have to deal with in regards to power. So, hold on one second. Turn it down a little bit. In relation to, and not trying to get religious on you, but I found out through studies, again, I wish I would have started this at the beginning of my study, take you through this, but I'll go back and take all my notes and put them online and put them through the other sources here and the videos. You, me, we're tripartite in nature. We have 3 parts. We have the spirit, soul, body, okay? And I have a little bit of an advantage here on the understanding power, especially on the body side, because, well, I won't say advantage over you. I'm not any better than you, but I understand it, meaning that I trained in martial arts since I was 15 years old. I'm 40. I still train. And my Sifu taught me how to generate power with the body. So in all my studies, up to date right now, of course, I know that the body has power. So your physical mass and movement of that mass can create force, and it actually has power. We teach how when you punch, how to generate power by twisting of the hips and pushing of your heel up and digging into the ground. They did a lot of other studies on this too, of how to generate power, how martial artists generate power from the body. So that's one part. 2, in martial arts, we train about chi, or chi energy. This is energy that resides right here in the center part of you, your belly, that you can actually control. It goes beyond the physical strength part of you. So it's weird though. It took me the longest to understand how to move it around, how to actually feel it, and then move it around. It took me the longest years. When I say year, it was probably at least 4 to 5 years. I'd say 4 to 6 years in training martial arts until I understood chi. I knew what chi was. I knew the chi exercises to do. My Sifu always talked to us about chi, but I didn't understand how to feel that energy and how to make it move. And then how to take that energy along with my physical body and use those two together in order to make an impact, even more impact on punch. I understand that now, though, and it's very interesting. So the inner part of the chi, right? So you have the body, you have the soul, and not to get religious on you again, but you have the spirit also. The spirit also has power. So us being tripartite nature, we're spirit, soul, body. Okay, the spirit, there's 7 parts of the spirit, 5 parts of the body, 5 parts of the soul. 7 parts of the spirit: love, joy, peace, happiness, gratitude, giving, and receiving. Okay? And there's power in each one of those. Okay? So love, joy, peace, happiness, gratitude, giving, and receiving, those work in tandem to give you spiritual power. Okay? And you can read any other. I read the Bible as part of my study. I read reading other types of religious books, even ones that are non-conventional or whatever. They all talk about the same thing, how you have this spiritual power. They all mention those same things, 7 things I talked about just now in regards to spiritual power. You have a soul, okay? Now agree with me here. If you disagree with me, feel free to research it yourself or even add any comments or anything to the videos I'm making. So you have a soul. And in the soul, there's 5 parts. You have the mind, you have the will, you have the imagination, you have the emotions, and you have the intellect. Okay? Oh, no, I don't want to download that right now. Let's move that. So again, you have the 5 parts of the soul. You have the mind, the will, the imagination, the emotions, and the intellect. Again, if you disagree with me, it's fine. Just let me know what you found out, and I challenge you to disprove anything that I'm saying here in regards to power. Then you have 5 parts of the body, right? So the 5 senses, right? Taste, hear, smell, sight, touch, feel, right? You have that, right? So you have information. Why does this keep popping up on the screen? Sorry about that. But you have this information, right? Your body, you know your body has power. We just talked about generating power. And there's power in being able to smell, being able to taste, being able to see, being able to hear, being able to touch, that connects you with this physical world. And so each one of these working together, you have this full influence of power. Now, the definition of power, I will have that on the site. We'll talk about that in another video. But most people know what power is. You can look it up and kind of get your own definition of it. But there are some common things about these three parts of you, spirit, soul, and body, that connected, work to influence and give power, influence, and have persuasion with somebody else. So you can have power over the mind. And many other resources talk about having influence or power over someone else's mind. And you have the ability to take any part of your imagination, or the five parts of the soul, the mind, the will, the imagination, emotion, intellect, and take any one of those and use it for the power that it has. So the imagination is used for creating, right? This is how we think of things. This is how we think of new inventions and other things to do, new processes and services and products and all the things that we use. Someone had to invent this shirt. Someone had to invent the shorts that I'm wearing. Someone had to invent this house that I'm in. So understanding how this works, this is what I wanted to bring to you today, is that you have to, and I noticed in power, you have to, and people talk about it, but I don't know if they understand it. They talk about power in relation to all three of parts of you: the body, the soul, and the spirit. Just listen to people talk about power, and I just, again, challenge you. Do the research yourself. Any one of those sections, when someone's talking about power, they will put it in one of those three sections. They'll put it in the spiritual, the soul, and the body arena, no matter what. And the result of that power, the end result of that power, what they're talking about, is always going to be affected by one of those three things. It's just impossible for it not to be. But again, this study is really intriguing. In fact, there are times when I'm studying it, power that is, and then it's almost engulfing, meaning that I feel that for me personally, there's going to be this transformation over time because I'm understanding power. And they said knowledge is power and everything. You've heard all these cliches. Yes, I believe that. I'm also understanding, and I'm looking at John Dahlberg Acton's statement about power tends to corrupt, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. Good men always tend to be bad men. I'm looking at that even more stronger now. Was he right? I don't know if he was right, but I do feel when you connect to power, there's this engulfing feeling that you get, and you do feel empowered. So one of the things I want you to take away today is that the power to empower is power within itself. Okay? And I guess I'll restate it again. The power to empower is power within itself. And when that came to me, I wrote that down. That was pretty profound to me, because now I understand the whole aspect of being, the whole aspect of having the power to help someone else, having the power to help my organization, having the power to grow my organization, having the power to change anything I want to change in life, having the power from the body, soul, and spirit. I'm trying to get more cut, trying to get more lean, mean. That's the body. I have the power to do that. So this goes into everything. So all these people who want to lose weight, you want to look better, you want to attract more people, you want to attract more of the opposite sex, you want to attract whatever, you have the power to do that. And when you understand power, I mean, really understand it. This has been blowing my mind. I've been studying this for 3 weeks. This is blowing my mind already. It's amazing. So that's my information I want to give you today. I may expound on this a little bit later on, but right now, take that. And again, the power to empower is power within itself. Granison signing off.